everyone, welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. At the recently held Mobile World Congress, MWC 2025 in Barcelona, global tech giant and chip maker Qualcomm unveiled a new sub-brand, Dragon Wing, aimed at providing enterprise solutions. According to the company, the name Dragon Wing and its stylized dragon icon symbolize accession, power and acceleration. The brand's color palette includes an influential purple color which infuses with Qualcomm's blue and Snapdragon's bold red. Now with these two brands, Dragon Wing and Snapdragon, Qualcomm wants to create a strong purpose-built portfolio, strengthening their position in both consumer and industrial segments, said Don McGuire, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, Qualcomm Technologies, when I caught up with him at Qualcomm booth at MWC. Listen in. At Mobile World Congress 2025 in Barcelona, I am at the Qualcomm booth, and with me is the person who is driving all of this, is Don McGuire. Welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you. How are you?
Very well.
Thanks for having me.
So, Don, we just had a brief chat about Qualcomm launching a sub-brand, which is Dragon Wing.
Yes.
You told us how you wanted to stay true to the dragon in Snapdragon,
right,
and then have a Dragon Wing. Tell us the strategy and the thought behind this sub-brand.
Sure. Well, you know, we have our Snapdragon brand, obviously under the Qualcomm brand, very popular brand with consumers. It sits across device categories that are really close to your heart, and my heart, and things that we use every day in our individual lives. And that's why we've made this global effort to build Snapdragon to a consumer brand. India, obviously a very important market for the brand building for Snapdragon. But we have this whole portfolio of products that sit outside the Snapdragon portfolio. Some of them we've had for a long time and some of them are brand new. And it was time that we built an identity around those products.
Sure.
For, you know, easier for our sales force to sell them in as solutions.
Yeah.
For our customers to understand what those products were and how they're tiered and how they deliver value propositions that they need for their business.
Yeah.
In that context. So the timing was right. We spent about a year coming up with this new name, and we wanted a cousin to Snapdragon.
Sure.
Not like a sibling, but a kind of a cousin, because some of the great technology that goes into Snapdragon platforms is also being used across this portfolio.
Got it.
And so we came up with Dragon Wing.
Perfect. So Snapdragon as a brand has certain brand traits. It stands for performance. It stands for speed. Exactly. So what will Dragon Wing stand for? Yeah.
So Snapdragon is about performance, speed. It's also fun and bold. It has this whole identity that's really around this passion that people have for their devices and experiencing things through their devices.
Sure.
Dragon Wing, it's really about solutions for solving business problems and digital transformation.
Yeah.
So whether it's an AI type of problem that you're trying to solve, whether it's a connectivity problem you're trying to solve, or whether it's a compute problem that you're trying to solve, Dragon Wing solutions and products really are about creating a portfolio that a business or an enterprise can take and say, okay, I'm going to solve these problems on my road to digital transformation.
Snapdragon is something which is at the heart of consumer devices, and then Dragon Wing is something which is at the heart of enterprise solutions, business solutions. That's the distinction that you want to achieve. And when it comes to Snapdragon and evolution of that brand, and we know that, you know, Snapdragon has certain perception amongst the tech enthusiasts, the tech savvy like myself, you know, even in the India market, you know, Snapdragon powers 1 in 3 premium devices.
Yes.
So tell us more about the evolution of Snapdragon.
Absolutely. Well, India has been a fantastic market for us to build the Snapdragon brand in. We've been investing in India more and more. We've just launched a new product category with our PC platforms in India with great partners like Chroma. We're building out physical retail presence, Snapdragon experience zones at retail, something we've never done before. India is the first market we're doing that in. So we're really excited about that. We have almost 2 million insiders in India. So our Snapdragon fan community is really, really large, very strong in the India market. So we actually have always seen India as an opportunity. We continue to pour more fuel into the market for Snapdragon, and we look forward to doing the same thing with Dragon Wing.
Yeah, and I've seen that over the past couple of weeks, you want the consumers to come and feel that power with Snapdragon, interact with the technology. So is that going to be the strategy moving forward as well?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to continue to build on what we've already done. And as PCs with AI start to proliferate into the market, because now we have AI-driven PCs that come all the way down to $600. It's going to be great for the India market to grow the PC TAM. And then we have spatial computing. We have glasses, which I think are the next frontier. And so I think that those are poised to also be super successful as the adoption curves in India start to ramp.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. It was wonderful talking
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
It is time for a short break. On the other Welcome back. Here watching Storyboard. Ashish Mishra is the Chief Marketing Officer of Acko, which is one of India's most innovative and disruptive digital-first insurance companies. Now, Ashish is speaking with us about how Acko is integrating AI into its creative workflows. They have also recently unveiled an AI-generated out-of-home OOH campaign. Apart from this, Acko is also a brand that constantly has brought fresh, engaging campaigns to life, from memorable celebrity partnerships to highly creative digital content series like What's the Catch featuring R. Madhavan. Whether it is leveraging iconic movie pairings like Munna Bhai and Circuit or the star-studded Saif Sara campaign, Ashish and his team have certainly mastered the art of crafting campaigns that resonate with diverse audience and simplify the often complex world of insurance. Today, we'll dive into some fascinating insights about the campaigns that have captured our attention, the role of celebrities in Acko's marketing strategy, and what's next in their journey to make insurance simpler for millions.
Ashish, welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you for having me.
So AI-generated OOH, like a hoarding which is AI-generated. So tell us more about this particular campaign of yours, and as a marketer, also tell us how much of cost does it save? How much efficiency does AI bring in your creative workflows when you come up with a campaign like this?
So Shibani, just to give you some perspective, we have around 100 outdoor sites across India, and what we genuinely believe at Acko is, most people have been using outdoors as giant posters. We need to actually design for that medium. This AI outdoor is the third of our innovation. The first innovation was in which we actually went around and put a giant hospital bill across Bangalore outdoor sites to tell people how costly it can be. And then the second one was, again, talking about slight innovations in the auto sector. So finally, when we decided that, okay, we need to do something really drastic to catch people's attention, that's when we zeroed in on AI. One, it gives you the liberty to go wild. You can imagine anything, and you can really have stunning visuals. Second is you save tremendous costs. There's hardly any shoot or anything involved. The fourth is, you can also get iterative with it. Every time something turns up and you're like, oh, I can make this better. I can make this better. And that makes it, so that gets you a lot of freedom to try new things.
And how do you see, going forward as a marketer, AI eventually taking some of, these human tasks or creative, human tasks that typically you would, assign to a creative agency or, an outside agency to do, considering the way in which Acko has been advertising. In fact, around the same time last year, I had a conversation with your founder along with R. Madhavan, where we said that sometimes I forget we are an insurance company because we advertise so much. I feel like we are an advertising company. So tell us more.
See, I'll be honest, we have to watch this space as it evolves. I think there are very few people right now in the industry who can utilize the tools that are available in the right way. So we have had a slow start, but we are now quickly adopting ourselves. For example, we now use a lot of AI tools to quickly crunch videos down, understand what are the 5 key big points, generate scripts on it. So for example, video with Madhavan, we just input it into an AI software, get all the 5 talking points, then try to convert that into content pieces that can really help in education. So these are certain things that we're still working on. I think at least for the foreseeable future, for me, some large, big ticket ATL campaigns will continue to be with our mainline agencies. But I think there are a lot of automation processes where AI can just quickly come in and just make our lives a lot more easier.
Yeah.
Especially with short format content, and stunning outdoor visuals.
At one end, you're coming up with these really effective, cost-efficient campaigns like, the AI-generated outdoor campaign. On the other end, you have campaigns with celebrities like, Sarah and Saif, the Munna circuit combination. So how, make us understand how have these collaborations also helped Acko to have a better brand recall over the past couple of years, Ashish?
So I think each had its own task. 2 years back, we had to embark on a journey of educating customers a lot about Acko auto insurance, the category. And that's when, we found a device of a father and a daughter talking to each other about, father's a little old school, the daughter is, she's new age, she understands the digital ecosystem. And that's when we thought of Saf and Sarah as a great combination. Now, mind you, every time we have approached advertising, the celebrity has to add a little extra to the script, and that's the reason why we go about it. We genuinely believe being honest to the chemistry of the celebrities. So here we had a father-daughter duo, so that chemistry played out really well. The ads were also funny. And that's what they need to be, right? In a 30-second commercial, if you entertain for 15, 17 seconds and use the remaining time to land your proposition, that's the best part. Yeah. And ads, don't require a lot of media money investment, high recall. Same thing we had to do with Munna Circuit, bringing those two duo back for health insurance felt the right thing. So my net, I think if we should, a celebrity always adds a little bit of glamour to your campaign, but they have to be used appropriately and for the right reasons.
So you said they have to be used appropriately and for the right reasons. Having said that, given the influence of celebrity-driven campaigns in a country like ours, what are some of the key metrics that you look forward to evaluate success of some of these celebrity-driven, combo ads that you just spoke about?
I think one is sometimes it's a little difficult if a celebrity is very overused, and so making sure that people recall them for your brand, that is a big task. That's a big metric that we deploy. So given the fact that now Munna Circuit ads will always be associated with Acko, and Saf and Sarah their campaign will also be associated with Acko. That's a big metric that we track. So one is that. I think second is that does the script feel right for them? If are they being every celebrity has a personality that people are aware of, and if you're not banking on that personality, then, for example, if I had to use Jagu Dada, I have to use Jagu Dada in a way that works with them. So that personality should rub off into that campaign and for that brand.
Yeah. And given Acko's growing brand presence, how does the company plan to allocate the advertising budget for this year? Because you're dabbling with both, as I mentioned, like cost-efficient AI-generated outdoor campaigns, as well as these big money involved, ad spends involved, celebrity-driven brand campaigns with these celebrity combos.
We have always gone by what is right, what is needed for the brand. I think 2 to 3 years back, when we started heavily on traditional media, including TV, outdoor, OTT, etc., the whole idea was that the brand, we felt that it was India's best kept secret. So we needed to go out and build stature and build a high recall for the brand, and that's what we've done for the last 24 to 36 months. Now, going forward, and that's coming to the answer to your question. I think you'll see a big shift in how we are planning to deploy our budgets this year. We will be moving far away from TV, a lot less of TV this year, a lot more of digital targeting, sharp targeting. However, we'll continue to be big on outdoors and OTT platforms.
Great. Thank you so much, Ashish. Thanks for joining us today and sharing your insights with us.
Thank you, Shibani, for having me.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have yet another interesting conversation from MWC. Welcome to this special interview segment recorded at the iconic FC Barcelona's Camp Nou during the Mobile World Congress. Now, HMD and FC Barcelona team have launched two new devices, the HMD Barca 3210 and HMD Barca Fusion. Now, the phones that put screen time second and living in the moment with no social media first. Now, HMD has also launched its HMD Fusion X1, which they are calling their first smartphone for teens in partnership with Explorer, which gives parents full control over their teens' smartphone experience. Now, Ravi and Yane are telling us more and also speaking about their strategy for the India market. Listen in. Welcome, Yane. Let's begin this conversation with you. I'm going to ask you about your partnership with FC Barcelona. How did that take shape and what was the thought behind it?
Yes, I think this is very interesting because I'm not a football club guy. I'm not playing football. And when it was presented to me, I wanted to check about the values.
Yeah.
And when I met the people from FC Barcelona, immediately I saw these are gentlemen. These are very, very nice people, very human, representing the nice dimension of the youth that I want to be associated with. I will not give our name to anybody unless this fundamental is existing. That's one. Now they have a huge fan club, 450 people all over the planet. And India, in fact, has 90 million already. And I say this is fantastic. They are number two.
Yeah.
The number one is Manchester United. And I got super excited. They are gentlemen. They are really, really different values, but very close and close to my heart.
Yeah.
So for me, wow, this is, I don't partner with everyone, but the people who can understand what we are doing, I'm very, very happy.
Great. Ravi, over to you. India is one of the largest smartphone markets in the world. So tell us, what is really HMD's strategy now? Because 2 years ago, of course, there was an HMD Nokia, there was always the confusion. But now, it's very clear, nomenclature, very clear brand identity that you have. And given that you're present in one of the largest smartphone markets in the world, tell us what is your strategy for the country?
Thanks, Shibani. Clearly, I think globally, if you see, we are following a multi-brand strategy. So Nokia has been an iconic brand and it continues to do so. So we will continue to bring in those Nokia products into the market, especially India market. And as you rightly said, there's 150 million smartphones which get sold every year. So it's a huge market. Our focus is very clear. We are looking at India as make in India, make for the world kind of thing. And hence a lot of emphasis on producing locally and exporting out of India. So that's one. From a consumer perspective, Yane talked about Barcelona Association. Locally, we've done a lot of association, whether it was with Rajasthan Royals, because in India, it's largely cricket and Bollywood. So obviously, the likes of Rajasthan Royals, Jemima Rodriguez, we've used as brand ambassadors. We've participated with some of the Bollywood stars like Jimmy Shergill and Sania Malhotra.
Sure.
So all this we are doing to create more and more awareness about the HMD brand. Because now, as a part of the multi-brand strategy, we have both Nokia and HMD. And happy to share that in last 8 months, we've launched 4 HMD branded smartphones in the country, starting with Crest, going to Crest Max, the wonderful Skyline, and the Fusion device which you see around displayed with the smart outfits.
Sure.
So really, I think it's very, very clear, and Yane is very clear, India is the focus market for us.
Yeah.
We will continue to bring in investments and we will continue to drive that market for growth.
What is the strategy behind, getting in more and more feature phones in the consumer hands?
Thank you, Shibani. First, I'm very well known worldwide to love India. From 2006, when I was creating in Chennai, the largest factory in the world. But as a businessman, and I appreciate at this time the people I love, they are very, very, very nice people, very, very authentic people with a lot of passion and a lot of values, which is also very important for me. But as a businessman, this is the #1 country for us. And I have requested Ravi to really, really drill down what we can do in India. He was the first one to introduce the first a feature phone with HMD. In a country where sometimes mobile phone is translated by Nokia.
Yeah.
So we have to be very confident that what we are bringing with HMD a little bit above in terms of features and about everything, the feature phone. Now, on the business, I said this is our number one country. And thanks to Ravi, last year, this was 2/3 of what we have done as a business.
So the feature phones were 2/3 of what you've done as a business in India, is what you're saying.
Big time. And in terms of bottom line, in terms of, I'm also very, very keen. You know, human mobile devices means we want to be very close to people. We want to be relevant for people.
Yeah.
We are not like everyone trying to show off and so forth. Human AI is much more important than just AI.
Yeah.
We want to be human intelligence,
Sure.
serving the purpose. And we put now more and more features into AI. And you will see very soon, I cannot disclose too much, but you will see very soon that we don't ignore all these billions of people that are using mobile phones, specifically in India, that have been out of the normal mobile phone. But now with HMD, we bring them inside in a very solid. And numbers show by themselves. Just in October, and this continues, 2 million phones were sold in India. Thanks to the HMD India team. I mean, fabulous people. When you go over there, you vibrate.
Yeah.
Because they are passionate. Passionate, of course, to do business, but passionate to be relevant for the people.
Yeah.
And that's what people have to understand. And we continue in this way. From 2006, my motto was source, make, and export out of India. At this time was a big dream.
Yeah.
Now, for the past 2 years, I can see definitely the leadership in this country is such that this is becoming possible.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us and
Thank you so much. So
thanking
happy.
you to have me over at FC Barcelona and Camp Nou. With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.